morning and welcome back to the channel. It is now Thursday, the 9th of October. I hope you are having a great week. I apologize for the music and the noise in the background. I'm having to do this morning from my hotel common area here in Boston. But I am in Boston and I am having a good time so far. Today I have a very interesting good news story from the state of Texas. Always good things happening in the state of Texas for the most part. It is a rather short article, so I will just tell you about it, and then I'll put a link in the description box like I usually do. And I have some very lighthearted but true quotes from my good friend Mark Twain for you today. So this is called Anonymous Donor Pays Off All School Lunch Debt in Taylor, Texas Independent School District. So just to be concise, an anonymous donor in Taylor, Texas, which is a small suburb near Austin, Texas in Williamson County, paid off anonymously all of the school lunch program debt for the entire independent school district. And I wasn't able to get a lot of information about the school district, but I did find some information for the 2023-2024 academic year. Approximately 3,200 students in the school district. 58.1% of the students are considered to be at risk of dropping out before graduation. The statewide average is 53%, so it is a considerable increase over the statewide average. They are considered economically disadvantaged at a 62.4% rate versus 67.4% versus 62% for the state. So I guess there are some considerations why whoever this person is decided that this was the right thing to do for them. It is an underperforming school. They got all C's and their academic standards grades for that, and that is no fault on anybody. It's just there are some socioeconomic factors, demographic factors, the same things that play out all across our country when it comes to public school systems. It is a school system that needed some help and a push in the right direction, and whoever this person is, they thought that taking the burden of paying off their school debt for these parents and these kids might help out with that. And so I applaud whoever this person is with all my heart for doing that. So I don't know how much it was, but and they wouldn't say. The school said that the donor asked not to be revealed, and the school district would not reveal the dollar amount for what was paid off, nor would they reveal how many students were affected by paying off this debt. So not a lot of details in it, other than the fact that there were a lot of parents in the community, a lot of community leaders who were overjoyed at having this debt paid off and having the parents and the students out from under this burden for them. So whoever you are, great job, and I'm very proud of you for doing what you've done. So now it's something a little more lighthearted. These are some quotes from Mark Twain on life in general. If you tell the truth, you don't have anything to remember. My grandfather used to say that. He never told me it was Mark Twain that said that, but I'm sure that he got it from Mark Twain because he liked Mark Twain. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. I love that. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. I am 100% certain that you can find that in several places in the Bible, just reworded differently. Good advice. And then the last one I think for today is, man is the only animal that blushes or needs to. So So I thought that was kind of funny and certainly true. The last thing I'll say today before I go from this is homelessness is a problem everywhere in the world. One thing that you may not think about, I know I don't think about it a lot, is we all stereotype what we think homeless people look like. But when you visit big cities, or if you live in a big city, in a big urban area, and you see the face of homeless people every day, you realize that there is no face of homeless people. Homeless people come in every size and shape and flavor and description imaginable. I mentioned that because today, when I was out wandering around in Boston, I saw a middle-aged Asian woman. I think she was probably Korean, but I don't know that. But a middle-aged Asian homeless woman, just in desperate measures, you know. And you don't see where, in my part of the country, a lot of people in that demographic that are homeless like that. And it really, I felt bad for her. And I did see someone give her some food and some water and help her, do an act of kindness for her. And I wanted to mention that, so good for that person for doing that. But the thing is, you don't know. People are hurting in every size and shape and description. So don't overlook people just because you think they probably are not a homeless person. They really are hurting in all kinds of measures. So think about that when you're out wandering around and you see things. Anyway, God loves you and I love you, and I hope that you finish the week strong. We'll see you next time.